of the dark.
I made bacon last night and I put it in this container, and then I have avocado, some egg and cheese, and then I'm making these little like hash browns from Trader Joe's that you freeze. I'm also filming a reel on my phone, so I'm trying to like balance everything between like getting my vlogging camera, getting my phone, and then actually trying to eat. But I'm managing, guys, I promise. It's a struggle. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hello, beautiful people. As I sit in my car and wait for my therapy appointment, I thought that I would talk to you guys a little bit about dealing with loneliness and struggling with that, as well as anxiety and depression while being a college student. Obviously I go to USF. It's a large campus, it's a large student body. Undergrad, graduate, we're all lumped together, and it can be intense. A lot of the freshman courses, like your gen eds, if you don't test out of them, then you're in this gigantic lecture hall with all these people, and it's kind of difficult to make a connection. Where was I going with this? I like to call them semester-long friends, where like you talk in class, you guys maybe meet each other to study for the course, but then after you guys are finished with that class, unless you know you're taking another class together next semester, it's like, bye, good luck with life, and you never see them again. I think that there's this misconception that college is everybody you meet is a friend forever. But the older you get, and the more I go to therapy, I understand that literally everybody in your life has a season. Some seasons and periods are longer than others. You'll meet some friends that are your friends for your first week, and then you never talk again. You'll meet some friends who you know for the whole year, and then you don't talk again, or maybe they transfer and then you don't talk as much. So I think you come to the realization in college that loneliness is a healthy thing, because the loneliness that you experience in college allows you to get to know yourself better. It's a mirror into your own flaws, so that you become a better person in your early 20s while you're in college, so that you are learning, how am I going to study? What am I going to do? You're learning about yourself, and that's the most important thing in college. And that alone time is key in that. And so when I changed my mindset about filling my own cup and being alone into this like beautiful thing, and romanticizing being alone and going on solo day adventures in Tampa and exploring the area, and not holding myself back from life because I didn't have somebody to do life with, and that was key, especially being in a long distance relationship and not having friends. It was like, well, I'm not doing anything in Tampa, but it was important for me to branch out and romanticize being alone. And furthermore, when you understand yourself better and you are more confident in yourself, you start to attract people who have similar morals, similar values, and you're meeting those people and you're having stronger connections. And at the end of the day, when you lose them, or when seasons change and periods change, you know that you're confident enough in yourself at the end of the day, and you don't need to rely on other people to do things with. That you're confident enough going out with yourself and doing things that way. So yeah, that's my little spiel on that. And dealing with anxiety can be hard because you're easily overwhelmed in college, especially when you start getting assignments or you start failing tests and failing exams, and you start to think about yourself in the sense of like, am I a failure? Do I identify as this? And you get in your head a lot, especially with anxiety, where you're overthinking constantly, you overwork, you overstudy, just so that you don't fail anything. But the truth is that failure, those lessons, the classes that you have to take that you don't want to take, you never know when God is going to put you in a situation of fulfillment. And it might not look like it's something good, but it might be exactly what you need. And dealing with anxiety, get a therapist. That's the best recommendation I can give to you. Push yourself out of your comfort zone a little by little, And I always do exposure therapy for like rejection. Like sometimes when I feel like I'm isolating myself a little bit, my anxiety is drawing me back in, I'll go ahead and I'll send a text to a friend and be like, hey, do you want to hang out? And kind of like create plans for myself so that I can get out and be more social instead of just like crawling back into my little hole. So I think that being social also helped my academic anxiety. My life being balanced between hanging out and seeing friends, even if I was studying with friends, like doing that was crucial because of what it gave me in the fulfillment of life. Like being fulfilled in life and, you know, having a social life, having friends, being in a leadership society, like putting my all into things outside of academics actually made my academics better. I always give the example that last spring was the first semester that I got all A's. I made Dean's List. I did not study as much. I did not put as much work into school. I had more work. I had tons of work, guys. I was taking Gen Chem 2 with the lab, stats, and like my other elective courses and major courses. So it's just like, I was doing a lot, but I was able to manage my time better. And time management with me and anxiety, I'm a type A type of person because of my anxiety, that like I had that all planned out. But still, it's so crucial that you're well-rounded and that you're taking the time to hang out with your friends, putting the homework down, because you're just going to make yourself more anxious the more you do it and the less time you give yourself. I hope that made sense. I'm gonna go into therapy now. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. I totally neglected to film today after therapy. Honestly, I had a great session. I ended up coming back to my apartment. I talked to my mom on my drive home just to catch up with her from the weekend, and then I got busy and sidetracked hanging out with my friend Cece, going over to her apartment, talking with my friend Maya as well, who's her roommate. So yeah, I've honestly been hanging out with them all day, so that's kind of what I did. And I just got back from hanging out with them again. So yeah, I didn't do a lot today. I didn't go to my class today, which is bad, but I needed to give myself a reset day, if that makes sense. Just like a lounge day, because I've just been feeling so anxious that I've been like running on 2 times speed. So I don't know, I just needed it for myself, so I gave it to myself. My hair, so good today. The Dyson did so well. I just put some lemon in my water and I'm gonna take magnesium. I haven't been good with this since I used to take the aloe like magnesium reset spray, which I actually really liked, but I used to take like actual magnesium pills like this. So I'm gonna get back into taking the pills because it's what I have, and I think it does like really help my sleep. Ugh. If you guys didn't see my Christmas haul, my boyfriend's mom, like this focus, made these decoupage shells, and this is like an oyster shell and it's really cute. I never show you guys like my actual skincare that I'm using. Quite honestly, like this is the duo I use. I don't wash my face in the morning, and I sometimes put moisturizer on my face in the morning, but I always put sunscreen on. But I've been loving the Rhode facial cleanser. I got this for myself as like an early birthday gift, and it's been amazing. And then I used the Tatcha water cream, which I got for Christmas, and this has been like a fave of mine since like 2018. So I literally use these 2 things, and then sometimes I use snail mucin or like a hydrating serum, but like that's literally it. So I hate to come on here and like talk throughout this video, but I think something that's really helped me with loneliness is forcing myself to like talk to people. It's really convenient that I live in an apartment building with some of my closest friends, but like I only met these people a year ago, and I don't know, just keep an open mind, you know, like you never know who you're gonna meet. And I feel like being a nice person, going to events and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone in college is super important. And I have a lot of videos coming up, like a video specifically for like freshmen at USF and like your guidelines, and then I have like an after school routine coming. But I just want everybody to feel like they, you know, that dealing with anxiety, while it is an everyday thing, it's easier, you know, like the tools of like, I keep a gratitude journal because sometimes in college I can be very pessimistic, and so my gratitude journal kind of reminds me like, okay, 5 good things every single day that happened, and it keeps me positive. And I think that when dealing with anxiety, something like that is super important. I think that also when dealing with anxiety, like having routines, schedules, like deciding, okay, I go to the gym like every single day, like having that routine of doing that, making yourself a meal, having a skincare routine, super simple things like that can add up and just be like really life transforming basically for somebody with anxiety in college. And I feel like having that control in the morning and the evenings helped me to feel better throughout the day with school and things I couldn't necessarily control. But yeah, I think, you know, you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone at least a little bit and experiment. No matter where you go to school, you have to be a little bit uncomfortable at some point to make friends, and you just got to do it. Like I don't really have, doing it is better than not doing it, and I talked with my therapist about this all the time, but sometimes it's easier to stay in what you know, in your comfort zone, and being alone and introverted and spending your evenings alone. But if you pretended you were in the future and looking back at your college experience, it's like, would you regret it, you know? So pushing yourself out of your comfort zone to at least say like, I tried it, you know, like at least you tried. I think that that's very important. I feel like maybe if I pick out my outfit, I won't be in like as big of a funk. I don't know what's going on with my brain, but I'm just like, yesterday I had such a like productive morning, and then in the afternoon I just hit a wall, and then it was a spiral of like self-deprecation. It's literally just jeans and a long sleeve. It's nothing special, but I don't know. Did that make me feel better to get dressed? No, I'm still hitting a wall. Maybe coffee. That's my next suggestion, is coffee. I forgot to film myself having breakfast and coffee. I honestly, guys, I'm sorry. Why am I still tired? Like, I don't know how it's possible that I can have all the coffee in the world and still be tired. But I'm trying to like, look, 2025 like has to be my year. Not has to be, but I would like it to be. Sorry, I just want to laugh at myself. One second, let me move this mop bucket back in. I mopped on Sunday, and I didn't want like this can stay wet for a while. It's still wet, and it stinks like freaking mildew. How does anybody like clean their mop? Like I'm just curious, like as an adult, what are we doing collectively for our mops? Are we not using mops anymore? Did I miss that? How do I like, how do I unattach the little cloth part and wash that? Because it needs it. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Hello everyone, I am finally back from class. I was gonna film a afternoon / after school routine video today, but I am deciding to do it tomorrow because I have a little bit more of an exciting routine tomorrow. Today was my first time going to the third gym on campus that I've never been to, 3 years never been, and it is the Well, which is kind of like in the School of Public Health. It's kind of difficult to find, but I found it nevertheless by asking somebody for help. The gym itself is like nice and it's kept clean and it wasn't that busy, so that's nice. I need to get a lot of work done before I make dinner with my friend Cece tonight. We're making thin chicken cutlets, and then we are having it on top of a mock Caesar salad. Sorry if raw chicken grosses you out. I'm prepping the chicken now. Don't worry, I washed my hands. That's been sitting there for a while. I've tried to like thin them out as much as possible, but I bought the thinly sliced chicken breast from Aldi, which it was $8 for all that. I have my grandpa's infamous wooden bowl. Most of you guys probably didn't watch my Christmas video, but my grandpa actually has a much larger bowl, and he makes his famous Caesar salad recipe in here. I'm not replicating it because I don't have everything that he puts in there, but I will be trying my best. So yeah, you can add extra pepper on yours if you want to. I was going to. I want everyone. Oh, that looks so pretty. Burnt.